All right, let's take a look at the garden before it gets dark out, because we only get like 3.5 hours of sunlight in the winter. Just kidding, we get more than that, but it gets dark really quickly. So these are my tomato plants. It's kind of funny, these are the tomato plants that I started from seed in like February, and they're finally now actually looking like tomato plants. I don't remember what they are because it's been so long and the tags wore off, but I'll have to look back at my earlier channels and see. But just kind of letting them go and letting them see what they can do before it gets too cold or we get a frost. It does have some flowers on it there. I cleaned up the melons because that second round just didn't do much before it got diseased from all the bugs. I have some broccoli in here, and the broccoli is just looking great, getting big, lots of leaves. And I do need to get my radishes started. I think I waited a little too long, just life and everything this year, but the broccoli is part of the fall garden / winter garden in Texas. Lemon cucumbers I tore out, they were diseased, they didn't look good. The jalapenos are looking good still. This one has a few, jalapeno right there, some back there. So I'm still doing okay. This eggplant though, this is Malaysian eggplant. I got the seeds from Baker Creek, and look at these guys. Like, they're awesome. So, and they're doing so good. I have one back here, 3, one over there, 4, one starting in the back, 5. And look at the flowers. Like, the flowers are just so pretty. One starting over here. There you go. So, Malaysian eggplant, they're skinny. It's supposed to be... Shelby, don't go back there. Come on. Yeah, great listening. They're supposed to be long, skinny, easier for frying. They're doing great. This jalapeno plant is definitely needing some, I think, calcium or magnesium based on the leaves. But it's the end of season, so I'm not going to stress about it. Still making really good jalapenos. Still has lots of flowers. And then my okra this year tended to branch out instead of remaining one big stalk, which was interesting. It didn't do that last year, I think because they're so close together, but I still have a ton of okra. More coming. Some more down here and all the way up there. So more okra. Uh-oh. She's eyeballing those birds. They better look out. Anyway, this tomato plant is one that I got now that it's cooler. It's flourishing much more. This Tokyo cucumber plant, I'm just kind of letting it see what it wants to do. Part of it looks sad, part of it looks really good. So we're just letting it be. Serrano pepper plant has a ton of flowers. So that's just hanging out. And then this cucamelon plant, which again is one plant, is just like grown over itself so much. I definitely need a bigger, better trellising system next year if I'm going to do the skin, which I would really like to. But I definitely need something big. Oh, just get into stalker mode now. Let's see how this pans out. She's waiting for one to land in the yard, I think. So intent. Anywho, the flowers over here, I cleaned up all the zinnias. In the front, I actually took the zinnias all the way out because they were mostly dead, but back here, I just cleaned them up because I saw a bunch of butterflies and bees flying around, so I wanted to leave some flowers for them. Lantana's doing good down there, still flowering. The gladiolus hasn't died back to cut yet. I deadheaded those. I think they're echinacea or cone flowers. Deadheaded those. Keep an eye on that. The kumquat tree is doing pretty good. Getting yellow. Got another couple months and it's almost harvest time for those. This dahlia is trying to make a comeback, so we'll see how that works out. The mint's choking itself out. Oops. And what I really wanted to show you was this basil plant has like flowered and towered itself. And do you see, I'm gonna walk up slow, do you see all these bees everywhere? Like, do you see them loving on this plant? It's the funnest thing to see every single day. They are just loving the flowers. And at night they go back to their little beehive, but I love that they love this plant and that it's just continues to flower. I figured it'd flower and die, but it just keeps flowering. And the bees are loving it every day. There's easily 10 bees just rotating around and getting different flowers and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Rosemary bush next to it's like the same height. I think I'm just gonna have to cut a bunch back and dry it and give it away. All these bees are just like mesmerizing. The dill's doing really good, especially now that it's cooler time. And then that little coneflower's doing good. I should probably deadhead it. Should probably do that. And then I have some ranunculus bulbs I was going to throw in here. In Texas, the ranunculus is good to plant in late fall when it gets cooler, and then it will bloom in early spring or late winter for us. And then the chives are still there trying to hang out. I think they're going to get choked out by that rosemary though. The basil and all the bees is just so fun. So fun. Anyway, that's what the garden's looking like. See you next time. Bye.